ELI 5. Why can cookies be left out on the counter, but scrambled eggs have to be put in the fridge? They both have cooked egg, so why does one not need to be refrigerated? There are two big things that determine how well food can sit unrefrigerated: moisture and salt/sugar content. All living things need a source of moisture to live and grow, and microbes, being only single cells, can't actively grow when it's been dry for a while. They have a very tiny reserve of water compared to us big multicellular animals. So they go dormant while waiting for more moisture. Salt and sugar are water-soluble substances, and water has a fun little property called osmosis. A body of water will want to evenly distribute its dissolved substances, but if there is a barrier that allows water through but not the dissolved substances, the water will move instead until both sides of the barrier have the same concentrations. Cell membranes are one such barrier, and while organisms have some defenses against it, a high amount of salt or sugar with little water in food makes it very hard for microbes to live there and eat it, as the salty/sugar food is actively trying to draw water out of the microbe cells, like a water vampire. Most of our foods that have a longer shelf life unrefrigerated tend to share one or both of these properties. Candy? Super dry, super sugary, often pretty salty. Honey and molasses? Dry and very sugary. Crackers and cookies? Usually dry and often pretty salty or sugary too. Jerky and salami? Very dry compared to regular meat, and usually heavily salted. Pickles? Usually pretty salty. Soft drinks? Incredibly high amounts of sugar and often a decent bit of salt as well. Uncooked pasta? About as bone dry as it gets. Raisins? Way less water than a grape. Herbs, spices, seasonings? Dried out and often have added salt in many cases to boot. A third property you see often but doesn't apply to your question is acidity. Microbes sometimes have a more narrow range of pH that they like to grow in. Humans don't like a pH over 7 in our foods frequently, so we instead opt to make some foods highly acidic to slow down microbes. Sodas, fruits in any form, honey, pickles, tomato-based dishes, all quite acidic.